back to my channel, you guys. If you don't know who I am, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I am a serial entrepreneur slash YouTuber, and I'm just here to spill the tea on this platform. So as you can see by the title, yeah, I mean, like, look, and just before anybody has a negative opinion or hits the dislike button on this video, hear me out before you do all the extra stuff, because I have some really points as to why I feel the way I feel. So let's just get into it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and share a quick story with you guys and tell you why I feel the way I feel. So last week I was watching a show, okay, and the show was called Beyond the Pole, and basically the show is about a group of girls who are strippers in Atlanta, and basically just following their journey about like how they became strippers or why they are strippers, and them doing something to get them out of, you know, the situation that they're in, aka stripping. So I just call them dancers. I don't really like to call them strippers. We're gonna call them dancers. And I'm gonna leave the clip, you guys. So I was gonna put the clip in this video, but I think if I put the clip in here, my video might get flagged for like copywritten or like some stuff like that. I don't even want to risk it. Look, it's too much editing to be risking all the extra shit. You can pause it here, watch the clip, and then come back and we're gonna talk about what happened. And I'm gonna put part 1 and part 2 because you have to watch them both to understand why why the event happened the way it did. Through the event, had a life coach come and talk. So the life coach is basically, she comes in, and I'm shocked because I follow her on Instagram, and she comes in, and this is somebody that I want to say I look up to, because there's like not a lot of people that I necessarily look up to. Somebody that I necessarily quote unquote look up to, because there are not a lot of females that I look up to, and that's just me being honest. But this was somebody that I thought very highly of, I'll just put it like that. So she walks in the room, and she basically was at the girls for like no reason. She was very aggressive. You know, she got into a verbal altercation with one of the girls, and the girl was just simply trying to explain to her. Well, first the coach asked, like, you know, what do you plan on doing? What do you plan on doing? Where do you plan on doing? Like, what do you do? All this type of stuff. And so the girl was telling her, you know, I'm not sure exactly what it is that I'm doing, but I'm studying the art of like how we spend money in the community, and like goods and services and stuff like that, kind of like the economy. And right off the bat, like, she was just hella rude about it and was like, no, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, girl, you need to be doing this, that's, and the third. And it just escalated into a situation that low-key like kind of blew my mind, and only further validated why I feel the way I feel about quote-unquote women empowerment events. So long story short, the coach ends up going off on the girl, telling her she doesn't know what she's talking about, she doesn't need to be studying what she's studying, and kind of like downplays what she's doing. Not only does she do that, she throws up in her face about how she has multiple bank accounts with like 7 figures in them. And that's when I had to turn it off, because I feel very strongly about people who throw how much money they make in people's faces, and do it in a way that is downplaying, not on some, hey, I made this, come see how I've made, you know, this, that, and the third, but on some, I'm better than you because I made this, that, and so. Like, I don't like that. I've always been against that. And right there, that's when I was like, okay, cut, we're not doing this. So I have always felt this way about women empowerment events. I have been asked myself several times to come and speak at these events, talk at these events, and I have never done it. And I don't plan on doing it in the future. It has to be something that really seriously sits with my spirit to be able to do this, because I just feel like those events are bullshit. I'm gonna be totally honest with you, and I've already expressed my opinion about this on an interview that I did. My friends had a radio show in the Bay Area. They had me on their show, and I pretty much told them, like, I felt like you're wasting your money on those type of events when you can put that money into actually building your business. Like, there's no reason why you should be paying $400 to go meet the girl that has 1 million followers on Instagram for her to tell you that you got this and you can do this. Like, that makes absolutely no sense to me. So, like, for one, now let me just go through my points of why I feel the way I feel. Like, so for one, most of the time at these events, people's energy is hella off. Like, there's a lot of looking at other women or downplaying other women because they aren't at the status that whoever is holding the event is. And you know, I can always smell bullshit, and a lot of these events are that. The people that they book for these events are people with a very high following. Okay, so to actually sell tickets for these events, they have to have people who have big followings. I actually got, so this girl wanted me, funny story, let me tell y'all about this. So this girl in the Bay Area tried to book me for an event. It was in Emeryville, and Karen Civil was supposed to be speaking. And she made it seem like she wanted me to come to the event to actually speak. So at first I was all for it. But then she told me she was gonna send me a contract and a promo code for ticket sales. I'm like, okay. So all she was giving me, first of all, I wasn't getting paid to do this. At this time, I did have a pretty big following on Instagram because, as you guys know, I started over on Instagram this year. So this is when I had like 23K. And she wanted me to come and talk. No, she said she wanted me to come and talk. And in the contract, it said nothing about me speaking at the event, and basically what my pay was, a free ticket to the event. So you want me to use my 23,000 fan base to come sell tickets to your event that I'm not speaking at? It's not happening. I'm sorry. That was it. So she was upset that I pulled. First of all, she sent me the contract the day before the event, and she was mad because I pulled out. Like, no, girl, what the hell? I am not using my fan base for you to eat off of, for you to give me a free ticket to come watch somebody speak. That's absolutely not happening. So ever since then, and this was like 3-4 years ago, y'all. Like, this is, I've been doing this. Like, I've been knowing about this. I've been doing this. This was like 3-4 years ago. No, girl, bye. Like I said, they use people of high follower accounts to sell these tickets to these events so you guys can come and listen to them talk. What are they talking about? Absolutely nothing. They're talking about, the most they're gonna tell you is their story on how they came up and how they did this and that and the third, and they're not going to tell you how you can do it too, but they're just going to give you a very inspirational story on how they did it, and that's pretty much it. So what does that do for anybody who was looking for actual help in starting something? Is, like I said, they're not telling you the real secrets behind marketing and like all this type of stuff. It's pretty much a you're paying for a meet and greet, and we're going to drink mimosas. By the way, we're gonna have a couple mimosas and have a meet and greet. Like, now I could understand if somebody had a book. If I'm going somebody and they have like a book signing and that's what we're doing, that's cool. Like, and honestly, you should not have to pay for no tickets to go to a book signing. Like, it should be free, and what you should pay for is the book. Like, it's common sense. But a lot of people don't think like that because they see these quote unquote gurus and like entrepreneurs and all this type of stuff, and y'all, I be reading through hella shit, and no, the shit don't sit real with me. Like, absolutely not. Is a lot of these people at these events are not going to give you like business information. They're going to give you information on how you should be looking when you go out in public and on Instagram. AKA, you know, don't go outside looking a certain way, or like always have your hair done and your nails done. You need to look how you look outside of Instagram, of how you look on Instagram, like all that type of BS, bro. Like listen to me. I'm telling y'all, that should be dead. Like a lot of the girls who throw them shits be the main ones talking about so-and-so can't sell this, so-and-so can't sell that. And a lot of times, y'all, half of them have huge ass followings and don't be selling shit. I'm gonna be honest with you, like, if you was to sit up here and book somebody that actually could show for what they have done in sales, then I might be impressed. But if you're booking somebody to host a woman empowerment event because they have an X amount of followers, like, bro, that shit is see-through as hell. And that's why I say I don't believe in these type of events. Like, I just don't dwell in them. Like, I can honestly tell you that a lot of the people that I used to look up to as far as women in business, I don't anymore. I found out that a lot of them are mean girls behind Instagram in real life, and it just is what it is. So yeah, that's pretty much my little rant on why I don't believe in the women empowerment events. I will say I did have a friend who actually threw a it wasn't really a women empowerment event, but it was like an event for women that wanted to start their business and also fix their credit. So like the ticket was like $200, I want to say, and the $200 actually went to credit repair and to fixing your credit. Her name is Trey, and she owns a hair boutique called Yes I'm Beautiful in Atlanta. So that is one person that I can honestly vouch for and say, like, when they throw these type of events, they're actually doing it for a better cause and actually trying to help people, and not just take your money so you can come meet somebody with 1 million followers and drink some mimosas while you do it. Like, this, no. I did want to tell y'all that I do have a webinar coming up. I know if you was with us the last webinar, it was pretty full in that webinar. Like, my first webinar was cool, the last webinar I just had was pretty full. So this webinar we're doing is going to be one on marketing. And so if you're having any issues marketing your products on Instagram, you don't really know why your posts aren't getting seen or getting likes and getting engagement, you need